Understanding subcooling for thermostatic expansion valves and superheat for fixed orifices is key to keeping your HVAC system running smooth, and knowing what a piston metering device is can seriously help you troubleshoot like a pro. So, when you're dealing with subcooling on a thermostat expansion valve, remember it's about making sure the refrigerant is fully condensed before it hits the evaporator. You want to check the liquid line temperature and compare it to the condensing temperature. If the subcooling is too low, you might get flash gas and poor cooling. For superheat on fixed orifice systems, it's all about how much heat the refrigerant picks up in the evaporator. Measure the suction line temperature at the evaporator outlet and subtract the saturation temperature. That difference tells you if the refrigerant is vaporizing properly. If your superheat is too high, you risk starving the evaporator of refrigerant, and if it's too low, you could flood the compressor. Now, about piston metering devices, these are basically fixed orifices inside a chamber with a little piston that adjusts to control refrigerant flow into the evaporator coil. Unlike thermostatic valves that adjust based on temperature, pistons rely on pressure differences to regulate flow. They're pretty common in certain field setups because they're simple and reliable but need proper sizing to avoid issues. One of the biggest mistakes with subcooling and superheat settings is not understanding the difference between them. People mix them up all the time, which leads to improper adjustments. Fix that by always checking which metering device you have and using the right measurement method for subcooling or superheat. Another common problem is ignoring the piston metering device's role. Since it's a fixed orifice, if it's the wrong size for your system, you'll get poor cooling or even compressor damage. The fix? Make sure you know your system specs and replace the piston with the correct size if needed. Lastly, many technicians skip proper temperature and pressure readings at different points in the system, which means guesswork instead of precise tuning. Take time to measure accurately with reliable tools to get those subcooling and superheat numbers spot on. BigHomeProjects.com helps homeowners find trusted local contractors who really know their stuff, making home repairs and upgrades way less stressful. It also gives contractors a solid platform to connect with people needing their services, so everyone wins.